Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my YouTube channel Calculus and Mathematics Learning. In the previous video, we finished with exercise number 3.5 related with chapter number 3 Variation की PK Board Pakistan. Today we are going to start MCQs related with chapter number 3 Variation Mathematics. But these MCQs is not only for KPK Board. These MCQs are for all boards of Pakistan. So start with MCQs number 1 related with chapter number 3 Variation. Question number MCQs number 1 tells that the ratio of angles in a triangle is 1:2:3. Find the measurement of the smaller angle. Solution. Here the smaller ratio is 1. It means that we are going to find the measurement of the side 1. So sum of the ratio will be equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to, it gives us 6. So using the formula for finding the smaller angle measurement, so given side divided by total ratio multiplying total measurement. So the total measurement in a triangle of 3 angles is equal to 180 degrees. This is the formula. Given side is 1 because this is the measurement of the smaller side. So 1 divided by total ratio is 6, so multiplying 180. So 180 divided by 6, it gives us 30 degree. But here the answer is in radian. So we know that pi radian is equal to 180 degree. So divide both sides with 180 degree. So we are left with 1 degree is equal to 5 divided by 180 radian. Here we have 30 degree, multiplying 30 to the both sides. So it becomes 35 divided by 180. So 30 divided by 180 gives us pi divided by 6. So the correct option is pi divided by 6. Option B is the correct option. Move to MCQs number 2 related with chapter 3 variation. 8 workers construct the building in 30 days. 15 workers will construct the same building in. Solution. Let's suppose this is workers and this is days. They tells that 8 workers construct the building in 30 days. Then 15 workers will construct the same building in how many days? That the days required in this case is X. If you know that, if you see here, the worker is increasing. So if the worker is increasing, less days will be required for to build the same building. So here the relation is inverse. The relation is inverse. In inverse variation, we multiplying horizontally. So pi multiply x will always be equal to 8 multiply 30. So pi time of x is equal to 8 multiplying 30 can be written as pi multiply 6. So pi is cancelled out with pi. So we are left with 8 multiply 6. So here the workers are 8. 8 workers construct the building in 30 days. 15 workers will construct the same building in. So if the worker is increasing, so it means that the number of days required will be less. So it means that the relation is inverse. So in inverse relation we multiplying horizontally. So 8 multiply 30 is equal to 5x. So 5x is equal to 8 multiply 30 can be written as 5 multiply 6. 5 is cancelled with 5. So we are left with x is equal to 8 multiply 6. It gives us 48 days. So here 48 is not an option. It means E is the correct option, none. Move to MCQs number 3 related with chapter 3 variation. Question number 3 tells that a ratio of oxen and cows in a herd is 2:3. If they are 2000 in total, find the number of oxen in a herd. So solution. The ratio of oxen in a herd, oxen and cows and the given herd is 2 plus 3. So sum of ratio will be equal to 2 plus 3 gives us 5. Using the formula, we are going to find the number of oxen. So oxen divided by total number of cows and total number of cows plus oxen. Multiplying, they are 2000 in total. So multiplying 2000. Given oxen is a ratio of oxen and cow. So oxen is 2 and cow is 3. So oxen is 2, put here 2 divided by total number of cows plus oxen ratio is equal to 5. So multiplying 2000 can be written as 20 multiply 100. So 2 divided by 5 multiply 20 can be written as 4 multiply 5 multiply 100. So 5 is cancelled out with 5. So we are left with 2 multiply 4 and 2 multiply 4 gives us 8, 8 multiply 1000 gives us 800. So the correct choice is option B. Move to MCQ number 4. They tells that find the fourth proportion of 3, 6 and 7. Solution. We have three numbers 3, 6 and 7. So let's suppose the fourth proportion is x. So we can write it as 3, 6, 7. These are the three proportions, so their fourth proportion is, let's suppose, x. Using the property that product of extreme will always be equal to the product of mean, which is 6 and 7. So 3x is equal to 6 multiply 7, it gives us 42. Divide both sides with 3. So we are left with x is equal to 42 divided by 3, it gives us 14. So the fourth proportion to the given 3, 6 and 7 is 14. So the correct choice is option A. Move to question number MCQ number 5 related with chapter 3 variation. That tells that find the fourth proportion of the relation x ratio y is equal to v ratio w. Solution. Here is the fourth proportion is w. So we are interested in w. We will find w. So x ratio y is equal to v ratio w. This is first proportion, this is second, this is third, and this is fourth. We are interested in fourth proportion, so we are going to find w. We can written ratio in the form of division, so x divided by y is equal to, here we can also write it in the form of division, so v divided by w. Reciprocating both sides, so it becomes y divided by x is equal to w divided by v. Shift v to the left hand side, it becomes w is equal to v multiply with y, it gives us vy divided by x. So that the value of the fourth proportion, which is w, is equal to vy divided by x. So the correct option in this case is option B. Move to MCQ number 6 of chapter number 3 variations. MCQ number 6 tells that if u divided by v is equal to v divided by w is equal to k, then what will be the relation made by this equation? So solution, let us take u divided by v is equal to v divided by w is equal to k. So you know that u divided by v is equal to k, or v divided by w is equal to k. Now shift v to the right hand side, it becomes u is equal to vk, and here shift w to the right hand side, it becomes v is equal to wk. Now put the value of v is equal to wk here, so it becomes u is equal to v is wk, so put here wk multiplying k, so the value of u will be wk square. So the value of u is equal to wk square. So the correct option is option D. Move to MCQ number 7, 8 and 9. MCQ 7 tells that in the ratio x ratio y, y is called, remember in the ratio x y, y is called an antecedent, and x will be called consequent because it is the first value, so the first value is called consequent, while the second value y is called antecedent. So the correct option in this case is antecedent. And MCQ 8 tells that in the proportion a ratio b, proportion x ratio y, product of ay, this is the product ay, these are called extreme. So the correct option is C. And MCQ number 9, in proportion a ratio b, proportion x ratio y, the product of bx, which is the middle term. So you learned in the previous lectures that the product of the middle term is called mean. So the correct option in this case is option A. To MCQ number 10. MCQ number 10 tells that find the mean proportion of 5 and 45. Also solution. Let the mean proportion between the two number 5 and 45 is x. So if we have two numbers just like AB, so their mean proportion, let's suppose, is x. So using the continued property, and it becomes x square is equal to AB. Using the same property on 4 and 45. So let's suppose the mean proportion between 5 and 45 is x. So using the continued property, product of mean number with itself will always be equal to the product of extreme 5 multiply 45. So x square is equal to 5 multiply 45, taking under root on the both side. So square will cancel out with under root. So we are left with x is equal to 5 multiply 45 can be written as 5 multiply 9. So the value of x will be equal to 5 square multiply 9 square can be written as 3 square. Square will cancel out with the under root, so we are left with x is equal to 5 multiply 3, so the value of x is equal to 15. Hence the mean proportion but we know 5 and 45 is 15, so the correct choice is option B. To MCQ number 11 related to chapter number 3 variation. MCQ number 11 tells that find the third proportion of x and y is. So we are going to find the third proportion of x and y. Let's suppose the third proportion of x and y is t. So we have a two number x and y which is given. So let's suppose x is the first proportion, y is the second proportion, and the third proportion is t. So x ratio y ratio t. So using the property of continued proportion, that product of middle number with itself will always be equal to the product of extreme, which is x and t in this case. So multiplying y with y, it gives us y square is equal to, on the right hand side it becomes tx. Both sides divide with x. So the value of t will be equal to y square divided by x. Hence our third proportion, which is t, is equal to y square divided by x. So the correct choice is option C. So MCQ number 12 related with chapter number 3 variation. MCQ number 12 tells that if 2a plus 1 ratio 21 proportion 4 ratio 7, then what will be the value of a? Option A tells that 13 divided by 2, option B tells that 11 by 2, option C tells that 9 over 2, and the last option is 10. So solution, taking the given proportion 2a plus 1 ratio 21 proportion 4 ratio 7. Ratio can be written in the form of division, so 2a plus 1 divided by 21, and proportion can be written in the form of is equal to, and this ratio can be written in the form of division, so 4 divided by 7. Now we are doing cross multiplication, so 7 will multiply with 2a plus 1. Multiplying 7 with 2a plus 1 is equal to, and multiply 4 with 21. So 21 multiplying 4, 2a multiply 7, it gives us 14a. 1 multiply 7, it gives us 7, is equal to 21 multiply 4, it gives us 84. So 14a is equal to 84. Shift plus 7 to the right hand side, it becomes minus 7. So 14a is equal to 84 minus 7, 4, 5, 6, it gives us 77. Divided both sides with 14. So the value of a will be equal to 77 divided by 14. Dividing numerator and denominator by 7. So in numerator we are left with 11, and denominator 14 divided by 7 gives us 2. So the value of a is equal to 11 divided by 2. So the correct choice is option B. To MCQs number 13 of exercise number last exercise related with chapter number 3 variation tells that if P 9pq divided by 2 times of Lm is equal to 18p divided by 5m, then find the value of 5q. So solution, taking the given equation 9pq divided by 2 times of Lm is equal to 18p. 18 can be written as 2 multiply 9 times of p divided by 5 times of m. So 9 is cancelled out with 9, p is cancelled out with p, and m is cancelled out with m. So on the right hand side, on the left hand side in numerator we are left with q divided by 2l is equal to, on the right hand side we are left with 2 divided by 5. So shift 2l to the right hand side, it becomes q is equal to 2l multiply 2 divided by 5. So the value of q will be equal to 2 multiply 2 gives us 4l divided by 5. But we are interested in 5q, so multiplying 5 with both sides, so we are left with 5q is equal to 5 multiply 4l divided by 5. 5 is cancelled out with 5, so the value of 5q is 4l. So the correct choice is 4l, option C. Exercise number 14 related with chapter number 3 variation. Question number 14 tells that what is the third proportion of 2x square and 3xy. Solution, 2x square and 3xy. Let's suppose its third proportion is z. So using the continued proportion, let's suppose this is A, this is B, and this is C. So using the continued proportion property, the product of middle number with itself will always be equal to the product of extreme. B square is equal to AC. using this formula for finding the value of unknown z. So using 3xy, which is the middle number, multiply it with itself, so it becomes 3xy multiply 3xy multiply it with the middle number and multiply the extreme, 2x square multiply z. Divide both sides of this equation with 2x square for finding the unknown z. 2x square. So 2x square and 2x square will cancel out on the right hand side. So we are left with x is equal to z is equal to 3 multiply 3 gives us 9. X multiply x gives us x square and y multiply y gives us y square. So 9x square y square divided by 2x square. X square is cancelled out with x square, so we are left with z is equal to 9y square divided by 2. So the third proportion to the number 2x square and 3xy is 9y square divided by 2. So the correct option is option number D. Move to MCQ number 15. MCQ number 15 tells that find the mean proportion of 6 and 0.5 for solution. Let's suppose the mean proportion of 6 and 0.5 is x. Let's suppose this is the mean proportion of 6 and 0.54. So actually mean proportion is the middle value of the two numbers. The two numbers are 6 and 0.54. So its middle number is x. Let's suppose x 0.54. Applying the continued proportion property, multiplying middle number with itself will always be equal to the product of extreme, which is 6 and 0.54. X multiply x, it gives us x square. 6 multiply 54. 0.54 can be written as 54 divided by 100. So x square will be equal to 6 multiply 54 divided by 2 gives us 27 and 100 divided by 2 gives us 50. Now x square is equal to divide 6 with 2, it gives us 3, and divide 50 with 2, it gives us 25. So the value of x square will be equal to 27 multiply 3, it gives us 81, divided by 25, taking under root on the both sides. Plus minus square will cancel out with under root, so we are left with x is equal to plus minus under root of 81 is 9, divided by under root of 25 is 5. So divide 9 by 5, so 5 multiply 1 gives us 5, 40.8. So the answer is x is equal to plus minus 1.8. So the mean proportion between 6 and 0.54 is 1 plus minus 1.8. So the correct choice is option C. MCQ number 16 related to chapter number 3 variation. MCQ number 16 tells that if A ratio D is equal to C ratio B, then by alternando theorem we get option A tells that A ratio C is equal to D ratio B. Option B tells that A ratio B is equal to C ratio D. Option C tells that A ratio C is equal to C ratio D, and the last option D tells that A minus B ratio B is equal to D minus C ratio C. Solution. Taking the given proportion A ratio D is equal to C ratio B, you know that we can written the division, the ratio in the form of division. So write A ratio D in the form of division, A divided by D. Apply the same logic on the right hand side, so it becomes C divided by B. Divide both sides with C, so it becomes A divided by DC is equal to C divided by BC. C will cancel out with C, so we are left with A divided by DC is equal to 1 over B. Now divide both sides with D, or we can written is in the form of A ratio A divided by D is equal to shift C to the right hand side, it becomes C divided by B. So A ratio D is equal to C ratio B. Now write it in the form of division, A divided by D is equal to C divided by B. Shift C to the left hand side, it will comes to the division, and D it has D in the division here. So by shifting to the right hand side, it will move to the multiplication. So A divided by C is equal to D will go to the multiplication, D divided by B. Write it in the form of ratio, A ratio C is equal to D ratio B. So by alternando property, these sides are interchanging with each other. So the correct option is A ratio C and D ratio B. Option number A is the correct option. To the last MCQs of today, lecture 17 tells that if 6 ratio 10 is equal to 9 ratio 15, then by invertendo theorem or property we get option A is 10 ratio 7, 9 ratio 15. Option B is 10:6 is equal to 15:9. Option C tells that 7:10 is equal to 9:15. And the last option is none. Solution. Invertendo means that the number or the ratio will reciprocate. Just like we are given with 6:10 is equal to 9:15. Thus write this ratio in the form of division. 6 divided by 10 is equal to 9 divided by 15. Now use the Invertendo theorem. Reciprocate the both sides of the equation. So it becomes according to the property 10 divided by 6 and it will become 15 divided by 9. Now write it in the form of division. So this will be our required answer, 10:6 and here it is equal to 15:9. So this is our answer, 10:6, 15:9. So the correct choice is option B. With this question we finished our lecture. Thank you for watching. Subscribe my channel and also hit the bell icon for the latest and upcoming videos of mathematics. Thank you.